The MSBA has found that civil claims with lower amounts and controversy cannot be litigated economically in the circuit courts. This is Richard A. Montgomery III, Director of the Legislative Governmental Relations for the Maryland State Bar Association. Generally, when those claims require testimony by medical experts, the high cost of those expert witnesses as well as the expansive discovery in the circuit court combined make such cases unduly expensive to pursue. The result is that often plaintiffs with smaller claims face unfairly high barriers to justice. Given the ever-increasing costs associated with asserting medical claims, we believe the time has come to adjust the amount and controversy thresholds. So, what am I talking about? These are initiatives. We're talking about initiatives. In Maryland, Maryland's thinking about legalized marijuana. Maryland, North Dakota, South Dakota, Missouri, and Arkansas are all thinking about legalizing marijuana. Even Arkansas. They got that damn theocracy thing going on in Arkansas, but they also... Arkansas is a little bit schizophrenic, is it not? So, where, oh where, my baby be? The Lord take away from me. Going to heaven, so I got to be good. So I can see when I leave this world. Question 5 would include Howard County in the list of counties that require circuit court judges to serve on the respective county's orphans court. Why doesn't Howard County have to provide any judges for the orphans court? Fucking Howard County. Fuck you, Howard County. You deserve to, goddamn, the orphans need some justice. Be a fucking judge for the orphans court, you fucking pricks. You bunch of rich, fucking, powerful pricks. They don't give a shit about the orphans. That's why they don't. Maryland Constitution. The marijuana thing is just, if you're over 21, you can use and possess marijuana. Pfft. That's it. Doesn't say, how many plants you could have. Doesn't say how many ounces you could have. Or at least not here at the very top of Ballotpedia, which is where I'm getting most of my information about these initiatives. How come American media and Americans are not talking about the initiatives? These are only the laws of your state. This is only going to change the entire fucking policy and pretty much the essence and the culture of your state for, until the end of all time. Why would you pay attention to... Maryland wants to increase the caps on their civil lawsuits from $15,000 to $25,000. So they want to, they're asking their residents to legalize marijuana. Do they want the Howard Court to do the, serve the orphans court? Maryland state legislature voted to refer 2 constitutional amendments to the 2022 ballot. This is April 12th, 2021, according to News Ballotpedia, but it came from Victoria Antrim. Okay. The Civil Jury Trials Amendment would amend the state constitution to increase from $15,000 to $25,000 the minimum amount in controversy that guarantees a right to a jury trial in civil cases. Currently, if a plaintiff files a case where the amount in controversy is greater than $15,000, the defendant may request a trial by jury in the circuit court. The residency requirements for the state legislature's amendment would require that starting in January 2024, candidates for the state legislature maintain a primary place of abode. So what do the opponents say about raising the civil, what you could sue now for $25,000? Andrew Kirkner of the National Association of Mutual Insurance Companies says SB 669 and SB 670 would have a significant impact on all individual defendants, but the effects will be exacerbated in the insurance context. The increased jury threshold is likely to increase insurance costs for individual policyholders, as insured defendants will be unable to thoroughly investigate and defend questionable claims and have these claims adjudicated by a jury. Robert F. Glass, president of Maryland Association of Mutual 25,000. You guys are being freaking... The enactment of this legislation would, if anything, they should raise it up to like $5 million. What the fuck? 25,000 ain't shit. The enactment of this legislation would deprive many defendants in civil actions of the ability to remove an action from the district court or the circuit court where appropriate rules of discovery would be available. We should also note that in the majority of states, no threshold of any kind exists. Among those states that have thresholds, Maryland is an outlier with one of the highest thresholds in the nation. Increasing the threshold now, doubling it, would only upset this balance without a demonstrated need. Doubling it. 15 to 25 is not doubling. God damn, even their fucking math is incorrect. Maryland Defense Counsel, MDC, opposes Senate Bill 669 and Senate Bill 670, a proposed curtailment of the right to trial by jury, which has been a staple of the constitutional rights of the citizens of Maryland since the adoption of the Maryland Constitution. At common law, there was no minimum amount for jury trials. The net effect of the doubling of the minimum amount of jury trials in Maryland, minimum 15 to 25,000 minimum, would be discriminatory, not associated with justice for all, but justice for some. Okay. What? Wait, what? Minimum? I thought they were saying civil claims with lower amounts in controversy cannot be litigated economically in the circuit courts. Uh-oh. I think I have misunderstood this entire... So, what I was saying from before, do the exact opposite. All right? Minimum... No, you should be able to sue for $100 fucking dollars in circuit court. Okay, I could understand circuit court limiting it to something, but they're saying not just $15,000, but that should be, the insurance companies would be, what the use of possession of the 1.5 ounces or 12 grams. Okay, so you actually get more. You get 1.5 ounces for 21 and older. Expunge everybody's thing. Research something else. 18 states and Washington, D.C. have already legalized marijuana, so they would join in, the postmodern internet society. They would join 2022. Hi, Maryland. You've joined 2022. So, if the thing is a minimum, I think you should be allowed to sue in circuit courts, because that's the fucking big courts, for, a felony amount of money. And for working class people, $1,000 fucking bucks is a felony amount of money. Maybe 5,000? 5,000, that's anything 5,000 and above, that's a fucking chunk of change. 5,000 fucking bucks. So if they're saying that you have to have a $25,000 controversy to bring a suit, fuck that. You need to actually lower that, not increase it. So, yeah, pay attention to this shenanigan, these shiesty shenanigans. Okay, Maryland, legalize your marijuana. Get Howard's Court to help those orphans out. And when it comes to the $15,000 to $25,000, whichever way helps the working class, that's the way you vote. Okay? The land of Marys. Land of Marys. What is the motto for Maryland? Who could tell me the motto? Who could tell me the motto for Maryland? Deeds are males, words are females. A woman for words and a man for deeds. What? Fatty, mashy, parole, femin. It's Italian from 1776. It's a part of the state seal. Manly deeds, womanly words. All right. So there you go, Maryland. You need to have manly deeds, but put that nice flowery, womanly words on those manly deeds. Make the words as beautiful as a woman, and the deeds as strong as a man. That's sexual. That's sex, not sexist, sexualist. Very genderist.